We are at Bishan Stadium this Friday evening for the Singapore Premier League match between Balestier Khalsa and Young Lions. These are two sides that have really struggled in recent times, and hoping that they can get one over the other in this battle tonight. These are your other fixtures on match week 10. BG Tampines Rovers are playing Albrechts Negata at our Tampines Hub tomorrow, and on Sunday we've got two matches for you at Jalan Besar Stadium. Lion City Sailors are hosting Tanjung Pagar United, and at the same time at our Tampines Hub, Geylang International will play Hougang United. So just to give you the context of what I was saying earlier, Young Lions, a win today would actually draw them level with Tanjung Pagar United, but with a clearly inferior goal difference. It's just a matter of time, perhaps you could say, Balestier Khalsa to perhaps overtake Hougang United, only a point behind. So a win here would see them leapfrog Hougang this evening. But just 7 points separate the two sides tonight, and an opportunity to narrow the gap. Let's hear, as always, the pre-match thoughts of our two head coaches. We start with Marko Kraljevic.
Hi, Coach. The last time you encountered the Young Lions, it ended with a 2-1 win. Will you be doing anything differently today, or will you be sticking to what worked before?
Oh, this was a long time ago, very long time ago was that one. You know, I think they changed few players from that lineup, and then I think it will be a totally different game. You know, for this year is really looking forward for first win. You know, I think everybody in the players, everybody really looking forward to put great performance and to pick up first points this year.
How do you plan to break down a Young Lion side that's hungry to prove themselves?
Yeah, both teams is hungry. You know, we try to really we need to do, understand, we need to really work extra time, you know, and then really putting a lot of pressure, make sure we don't allow them to control the game. We need to control the game, and we need to be much better in attacking third, and then be careful when transition. You know, they are very strong. They have few players who can hurt you in the negative transition, but we try to stop that one.
Lastly, please tell us about your starting 11. Anything we should look out for?
Meaning is only Jakovic is come back to the first 11, and the rest is same as last game.
Hi, Coach. How has preparation been this week for today's fixture against Balestier?
It's been good. I think based on the last game, we had some good moments against LCS, and we are trying to build consistency on this, and especially I think also to cut out all the easy mistakes that leading up to the goal, and I think more importantly is to be consistent in all the moments and to improve on the things that we didn't do well from the last game.
What are the key tactical challenges you're expecting to see tonight?
I mean, Balestier has been quite unfortunate in the last few games with red cards, and I'm expecting a very physical side. And I know, knowing Coach Marko is a coach who focuses a lot on set pieces, so we are very wary of that.
Finally, please walk us through your starting 11. Any notable changes?
Yes, Hari Danish will come in for Harry, and Enrico will come in for Kieran, and the setup will be the same regardless. Same players, so same setup in the 4-4-2.
So very interesting to hear the thoughts there of both Marko Kraljevic and Firdaus Qasim. Let's also get the thoughts now of my fellow commentator, former Lion City Sailors and Singapore International. Adam Swandi is here with me. Adam, a very good evening to you. What have we got in store for tonight?
I think it's going to be a really interesting game because both teams, they are looking for points. They are hungry for points, and I think Balestier coming up into this game with 6 straight losses, and I think Young Lions only 1 point in the whole season. It's this is a big opportunity for both teams to actually try to rack up their points, and I'm sure both of them are going to go for all 3 points.
When you are struggling at the bottom of the table, and you know every game just seems a tough one, and you watched last week, that was your former club, Lion City Sailors, up against Young Lions. What did you make of Young Lions' performance in that one?
I think, of course, Young Lions, they are
It's
really
a tough
young
one
side.
to have, right? Yeah, against
They're really a young side compared to Lion City Sailors, who's actually really strong. They're really up there, and they have many experienced players and world-class players, I'd say. So as young Lions, it's really hard, but in the end, you still have to go out there because you're 11 versus 11, and you try to get as much points as you can.
Could we say the positive for Young Lions in that game was that they managed to restrict Lion City Sailors in many ways? The second half wasn't the greatest performance we've ever seen from a very talented LCS team, as you mentioned, and they only conceded 2 goals. Could they have to look at these positives, right?
Yeah, I think definitely there was a positive point for the Young Lions because, you know, everyone would expect Lion City Sailors to score maybe perhaps double digits against
Which they have
Young
done
Lions.
before, I think in your time, 10-0, I remember.
Yes, definitely. I think Young Lions actually stood their ground. They defended really well, really disciplined, and of course, in those kind of games, it's really hard to actually get your opportunities up front to score. But I think they actually did relatively well defensively.
Balestier Khalsa, well, there was a mention there of the red cards and the injury problems they've got, especially in defence. And they've lost by the odd goal here and there, so there are positives for them as well coming into this match.
Yeah, I think Balestier Khalsa, they are one of the better sides as well in this league, and they've been playing interesting football as well, and it's been a joy to watch them. But like Firdaus said, they have been actually quite unlucky with the results and whatever things that they've been getting into their...
Well, we look at the officials there. Muhammad Taki is a referee. Abdul Hanan and Tan Min Kai assisting. Osman Rosero is the 4th official. Shakawi Buhari and Andy Tan, video assistant referees tonight. So our 2 captains there, Amir Shafiz and Darren Tay. Nice breeze blowing across the stadium. It's been very good weather in that sense, I think, over the last few weeks. Been quite enjoyable. The players also, of course, having later kickoffs, and it will get even later by next week when the month of Ramadan begins. Right, so let's have a look at the starting 11, beginning with Balestier Khalsa. They lost 3-0 to BG Tampines Rovers last time out, and they make just the one change with Yakov Katusha, who comes back into the starting 11. Remember, he'd missed all the games this season until then. He'd been nursing an injury. Talking of injuries, Maris Subaric is still excluded with an ankle problem. Harith Kanadi, we've been told, has a family issue. If you're looking at the bench as well, just 2 senior outfield players in a threadbare squad, in Daniel Go and Ifat Shaban. So at least Daniel Go returning to the bench to bolster their attacking options. Madu Mahana, by the way, is serving the final game of a 3-match suspension. So they'll be hoping today, as we heard, potentially going with a 4-4-2 is the decision here from Marko Kraljevic, who feels that this might be the opportunity, but he's saying it's a different side he's facing to the one that he last played a few months ago. For Young Lions, well, Enrico Silveira, the Brazilian defender, is in his first start in 4 matches. He replaces Kieran Teo, who's got national service commitments. Harith Danish returns to the starting 11 after coming on as a substitute in the last game against Lion City Sailors, which they lost 2-0, as I mentioned earlier. And the player to miss out there is Henry Spence, the left winger from Britain, is on the bench today. Firdaus used 3 17-year-olds in his starting 11 in the last match. That raised some eyebrows. He's got 4 of them today. And yeah, what are your thoughts on having so many youngsters in the starting 11?
I think it's of course great to give them the experience at the highest level, at the senior level. But of course, you always have to remember that these young players are really lack in experience, so they probably need good guidance, and that's the reason why they brought in Izwan Mahmoud and also Abdul Karim into the team.
How old were you when you made your debut, Adam?
I made the debut the senior national team at 17 years.
There you go. So you've been there, kind of done that in the league. You were also very young, weren't you?
I came back to Singapore after
a stint away
yeah,
in
so
France, wasn't it?
yes.
Metz.
Yep.
So this will be an interesting game, of course, to see how the players, knowing what is at stake here, how they're going to cope with it tonight, both looking desperately for 3 points. First win of the season, hopefully, as far as Young Lions are concerned. First win of 2026 for Balestier Khalsa. That's what's at stake here, as that ball is pumped forward. Here's Tin Matic, who's been sort of given a more advanced role in recent times. There's the Joelson, the Brazilian. Mendonça looking to break the offside trap there. Here's Ignatius Ang for Balestier Khalsa. Slips the ball through to Matic. It's a good ball top of the area. Could there have been contact? Should there have been a shot? There was a kind of a shout for a penalty. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Masahiro Sugita should have taken the shot first time. But of course, there was some sort of contact there, and we leave it to the referees in the VAR room to actually decide on that.
The referee is blown here. Let's see if they're going to call it back. There's some irritation there. Farouz Fazli is holding his head there. Yakov Katusha is the man who is returned. He's certainly a very important performer for them. I thought it was a bit quiet in that game against BG Tampines Rovers. He came on as a substitute. It's quite rare to see two teams playing 4-4-2 these days.
Yeah, I think it's the most basic of formations. But I'm sure it's just on paper 4-4-2 because during a game now it's the modern football, so
Fluid, right?
you swap positions at every minute and stuff, so it doesn't really matter. It's just on paper.
Oh, good pace there, but Abner Vinicius, he's beaten the man, but not the keeper. Doing just enough there, Mustapic. He's a tricky customer, Abner Vinicius.
Well, you could see the pace Abner Vinicius has on him. You know, he outran Darente really easily, and and he knew what he had to do. He had to put his body in between the ball and Darente, and just one slight touch, he can actually go down to ask for a penalty.
Yeah, could have been a finish. I think you might feel a little disappointed with. Good work from Mustapic. That's a nervy moment for Balestier Khalsa at the back with their makeshift defence. Goes all the way to Rizwan Mahmoud, who clears. Here's Fudil, he's done well. There's intercepts. Danish there, making the run, and then Iris goes down. Yeah, that did look unnecessary. I think someone else said that as well, Tim Matic there. Brazilian duo there at the heart of the Young Lions defence. There's Vujanic, who may be just a little bit negated by being in the centre of defence rather than in midfield. They're looking to press here, and they've done really well. Mendoza is going to take the shot. That's far too easy for the keeper in the end. But they're looking very nervy at the back, aren't they, Balestier?
Yeah, this is what you get, especially if you take a lot of risks at the back trying to play out from the goalkeeper. And in the early minutes, especially, you know, Young Lions, they're going to press you really high. And that's definitely a warning sign for them to actually keep it tidy at the back.
Ignatius Ang has done really well here, still going. End-to-end stuff at times already in these first 6 minutes. Oh, that is not the best of control from Harith Danish. This was the pressing on Elijah. Good work from Nathan Mao. Someone you know well.
I think definitely he pressed it really well, and he forced the error there from Elijah. But I think Sergio Mendonca couldn't get his first touch out to actually set himself up for a good shot.
Here's Ignatius again. They've had some joy down that left-hand side early doors. And it is a corner now for Balestier Khalsa. Nice tempo to this game already.
Yeah, I think we've all been enjoying this game so far, and I have to say Ignatius Ang, he's someone to actually watch because he's definitely someone who can spring some surprises. He may not be loud and out there, but he's always making something happen.
So Vujanic to take this corner. Oh, that was a... I'm assuming that's not what he meant to do. It was very low, right near the byline and into the near post. They have got possession though. Fudil, Naute.
Great composed play by Darren Tay, you know. He saw where the players were pressing, both Abner Vinicius and also Sergio Mendonca.
Oh, there's an interception. Intensity, as you can hear. Sugita. Now Tajali. Little change in that formation today with going from a back three to a four, though I think that could also switch around. Here's Yakov Katusha. Fudil. Goes back to Vujanic.
Again, Young Lions, like the past few games, they've been actually really disciplined defensively. Their blocks have been really compact and tight, and it's really difficult for teams to actually try to penetrate through.
Sugita. Whips that in. Andy Rifki clears it. They take it. Restart the game quickly, excuse me. Abner Vinicius brought down. Everyone is moving very, very fast to restart the game as quick as possible. Good to see this intensity. Luth Harith, one of the 4 17-year-olds. Forward by Enrico, looking for Sergio. Elijah Lim. He's getting a good run out these days, Elijah.
Elijah is a willing runner, you know.
Yeah.
He's a good number 6 player that he can actually get box to box, and he's always running even in the 90th minute. And I think he's really a player that can boost this Balestier Khalsa side.
Here's Ignatius, been busy. He's done well, gets a cross in. That's cleared away by Enrico. Gutajali puts it on there. Can he get the cross in? He does somehow, and it's enough to win a corner. As you say, he's making things happen.
Yeah, Ignatius, he is not, definitely not someone who is really packed with speed, packed with power, but he's always really intelligent in his choices, and he makes right decisions every single time.
Yeah, lively player. Another corner here. I think it's the second one already. Vujanic. The first one was rather forgettable. You'll be hoping for a better corner this time. Sergio marking Bogdan Mandic. That's again whipped into the near post. Better one this time. Abner Vinicius has got the pace. He gets past one. This is where he's really dangerous. Now past Darate. Look at the pace on him. Can he finish it off? Really important save by Mustafic. The danger's not over yet. The shot by Amir Shafiz is blocked by Fudil. What a run there by Abner Vinicius. There might have been some contact because he was just lunging for the ball when he made the shot. This is fantastic, Adam.
I think the pace that he has, I think he realized that the defenders can't catch up with him, and he just goes full speed on them. But look at Mario Mustafic, he's off the line really quick, and the timing was just perfect to put off Abner Vinicius from scoring a wonder goal.
It kind of had a bobble there, didn't it, the ball? It kind of took it forward a little bit away from Abner Vinicius. But what a great run.
But again, Balestier, they have had 2 early scares here, so...
Both from Abner Vinicius. Mario Mustapic getting some treatment, the 26-year-old Croatian. The only plus point, I suppose, from Marco's point of view is he's got 2 keepers on the bench today. He has to. He hasn't got really much of a squad, so he's got Martin Mann and Hafiz Ahmad if he needs to. But yeah, he wants to keep Mario on the pitch.
Yeah, Mario has had a lively first 12 minutes as well. He's been called to action quite a number of times, and he's made crucial saves of them.
If you were looking at this now, Adam, and you're seeing Abner's Vinicius causing so many problems, how would, or what should the Balestier defense kind of be doing to nullify him or to take care of him?
I think especially for Abner Vinicius, he's really good with his pace. So, and he's always trying to hurt you at transition phases. Yeah. So he's always trying to just run at you with the ball. So I think the defenders and the midfielders, they need to pick out moments where they have to make a tactical foul. Because when he's full speed on you, the chances of you trying to stop that is really hard. But other than that, I think you have to get closer on him to not make him turn and just force him to play the ball back.
Do you feel, in terms of where the line is, would you need to be a bit more careful? Do you think would they need to look at a lower block, or not necessary?
Oh, I think not necessarily, because the threats from Young Lions has been mostly on transition, so they actually have to be more compact. I guess the defenders have to move up closer so that they can be closer to the other players when they receive the ball on the opposition end.
Keep an eye out for Abner Vinicius and the problems he is causing. It's a ball out wide to Yakov Katusha. Slips it in. Sugita! Oh, just needed a touch from Mandic. But here is Ignatius. Doesn't take the shot. Elijah does. That falls to Sugita. Now Fudil has a moment gone. Yes, it has. There just seems to be a little reluctance from Balestier Khalsa to take shots earlier.
Yeah, I think these players, the ball goes to the players who don't really have that hunger to actually score. You know, when these kind of situations, it goes down to their main striker, and they'll probably take the shot immediately. You know, when it goes down to midfielder, to ball-playing players, they try to find something else. They try to get an assist.
Well, no goals so far, but it has not been lacking in action. Two out-of-form teams are providing us some great entertainment. Katusha. Now Vujanic across to Darren Tate. You can see how high up the pitch the fullbacks are today, right? With Balestier Khalsa, you see Tajali and Fudil really quite high up.
Yeah, I think that's the game plan from Marko Kraljevic, and it's been going really well for them. And I think they need to get the wingbacks to get involved in the attacking plays because you know, Young Lions, they're really compact and they have 11 men behind the ball every single time. So you need more numbers up front as well to move their players and try to displace them and find the gaps to exploit.
Well, you can hear some instructions from Marko Kraljevic, presumably to one of the Slavic players on the pitch. He's got 2 Croatians and 2 Serbians. That's a good ball out there. But a little bit, just a bit too much on that for Harit Danish.
A great play by Young Lions from the back. Great build-up play, quick passing, and there you go again, them going on a counter.
That's where they're creating problems, aren't they? As you say, on the transitions, on the counters.
I think that has been the gameplay since the first game of the season. They've been really disciplined at the back, and when they have the opportunity, they try to get numbers up front as quick as possible, and they make use of the players' pace they have up front.
It's congested here, Katusha. That comes off Mandic. There's Enrico. Happy to pass it around at the back for the moment, and Balestier not willing to press just yet. Jolson. That looked a late challenge from Matic. Now, it's going to be a yellow card, but it may just get looked at. We've seen a couple of these raking challenges in other leagues that have... Oh, just caught him on the Achilles as well. That's a painful one, isn't it, Adam?
Yeah, it may look really like a slight touch on him, but in the real time, it's really quite painful for Jolson, honestly.
Let's see if there's any further action to be taken. Looks like just the yellow card will suffice. Now Sergio's quite upset about something here. Taki's just going to separate them out and sort this out. It's going to be a yellow card for Sergio and Vujanic. He's just seeking clarification. I didn't see anything myself, Adam, did you?
I didn't, but I guess Taki, he knows his thing.
Yeah,
and I think it's really great for him to manage this.
Little elbow, little grab, one from each of them.
A little soft to get a yellow, but I guess Taki had to do what he had to do to control the game.
Well, that would mean there's not going to be no more of that from either of them after this, but yeah, I know what you mean. that was Abner Vinicius. Not the greatest of free kicks from him. Lutharith. Amir Shafiz with the ball in. And Vujanic getting ahead on that. Andy Rifki throws it in. Away by Sugita. Enrico. This is Lutharith. A lot of Young Lions players in this half, not something you see too often. Good ball played down the line. Nathan Mao. Be a bit of a lucky touch on. Here's Nathan Mao. Just trying to cut inside. Might have required just a ball fizzed in. But a dangerous moment again.
Again, Young Lions, they're proving that they can make something out of nothing as well, because honestly, Nathan looked like he was going to lose the ball, but in the end, he got into the box in a dangerous position.
Wonder if he could have crossed it there.
Was superb defensive play by Elijah Lim to come back down from midfield position and stop that dangerous play.
Don't want to leave themselves too exposed. That's a lot to ask. Well, Fairuz. Just gone past the midway point of this first half. No goals in this SPL match yet between Balestier Khalsa and Young Lions. Ignatius, oh, he skies that one.
That wasn't too big of a chance, but I guess he had to take the shot because there was no one up front, and they haven't been getting any more shots, but I think he actually slipped on that one. That's why the ball went upwards.
Kind of leaning back as well, wasn't he?
You could see Izwan there screaming to his defenders to actually keep their focus on.
There's Elijah. Now, Masahiro Sugita. Yakov Katusha gives it away. Sugita says he got the ball as he tackled Andy Rifki.
Well, I think he got a slight touch to the ball, but I think he got more of the man than the ball.
Yeah.
Sent him flying there.
Joelson to Harith. Switches that up. Oh, is that a foul? Yes. Tajali on Sergio. Well, why did he feel the need to do that? He yanked him back.
I think he mistimed his jump to hit the ball away, and then he had no time to decide what he had to do, and he just decided to pull him back. I'm sure he wasn't even aware that he was in the box.
Oh, well, that is costly. Here we go. This is going to be a good look at it. Are you thinking he thought that might still be on the edge of the area worth a pull?
Yeah, definitely. I think he didn't realize, and you could see from his facial expression, he was like,
I got that all wrong.
oh no, it's in the box. Yeah, and he didn't even.
Yeah, he didn't even argue that. He knew what was going to happen next. That looks really soft, though. That's as in a cheap one to give away, as far as Tajali is concerned, right? Balestier Khalsa now facing a penalty here. Sergio. I tell you what, when you look at Mario Mustapic in that goal, he looks small, doesn't he?
And his socks don't really look like a goalkeeper, you know. Usually goalkeepers have
Right
the
up,
socks really
right.
up, really
Yeah.
high. Looks like a
outfield
playmaker.
player, yes,
He looks
exactly.
like a playmaker now.
Adam Sondi would know all about that. And the low socks.
Yeah, he's trying to make something from the back there.
Yeah, a little bit of a mind game. Look at him, he's even standing. Not quite in the center, is he? Moving across all over that line. Yes, Sergio! Oh, he's guessed the right way! Those mind games have worked.
Oh, definitely, he's a playmaker there.
Oh, wonderful.
The height of the penalty wasn't great, but
No.
I think the power was quite decent and direction was good as well.
He's still got to make the save, right? And he guessed the right way. That is, you know, young Lions at the moment, just nothing seems to be going their way, and you feel for them. And Sergio there with a great opportunity to give them the lead. And the happiest person is Tajali right now.
Yeah, it seems like nothing had happened, you know, for him.
Yeah.
Goal wasn't conceded. He didn't get any cut. So it's like
true.
game goes on.
Yeah, you're right about the height, isn't it? That's perfect for a keeper, but no, plenty of power,
Yeah,
but a bit
plenty
too
of power.
close. And there was just something said, wasn't there, before the penalty? He also kind of stood to the left-hand side for a bit and moved across the line. All these little things. Now, there was also a little check by Vieira to make sure that he was still on the line when it was taken. All that is cleared. So there is no retake of the penalty. Taki is just having a word with Andy Rifki and Ignatius Ang. Cut it out. Keeping a keen eye on these sort of situations. It's the same sort of... Oh, I tell you what, it was falling to Tajali there. It could have gone from 0 to hero very quickly. It seems like a clear tactic, this near post low corner that's coming in from Vujanic.
Yeah, I think at the start we thought that it might be a miss kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it seems like it's a tactic to actually just whip it in near post, hoping for a mistake and something to open up for them.
Oh, Tajali did well, didn't he? I think that came off, hit the smash into the head of Mandic.
There was definitely his moment of redemption.
Yeah. Didn't quite convert, but well, there's all sorts of things happening.
But looking at the scoreline, he doesn't need to redeem anything.
No, exactly. As you said, it's almost as if nothing happened. Here's Harith Danish. Oh, he's done really well here at the near post. Mario Mustapic has kept Balestier in this first half. He's made 3 really key saves.
Definitely, I think he's everyone's man of the match as of this moment.
Absolutely.
A great play by Harith Danish. You know,
Yeah, he did well here, didn't he? He's alert there, Mario Mustapic. It's the other number 7 taking a corner here. It's Abner Vinicius on the half-hour mark. More conventional penalty, more conventional corner, I should say, and the header easy to deal with for Mario Mustapic. Mustapic. Lazar Vujanic here. Nodded on by Tin Matic. Looking for his fellow forward. Didn't expect too much on that from Lut Harith.
Well, you could see he was trying to get it on Nathan Mount's path, but I think Nathan put his foot off the pedal and yeah, the ball went astray. But it was a good idea from Lut Harith, you know.
It's been quite positive from Young Lions, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been really good. To be honest, they've been really disciplined at the back, and then they find all the opportunities to try to hurt Balestier on the break.
Here's Fodil. Now Matic. Elijah Lim. Out wide to Tajali. Here's Ignatius Sung now. Again, just wonder whether someone might just take the shot. Build-up was quite decent. That's intercepted by Masahiro Sugita. Abner Vinicius looks irritated. Punched by Iswan. Given away. Could be a problem here. And it's Mandic's shot that comes off Joelson for a corner.
Good reaction from Joelson there, spotting that mistake done by Amish Hafiz, playing the ball straight to Matic, but he put in a good block and they can reset again for the corner kick.
Now let's see if they're surely not gonna do the same thing again and again, aren't they? Oh, he's almost going for an Olympico there. Well, at least the variation was there this time, madam.
No, but definitely the power on the corner kicks from him is, you could see it's really powerful, the swerve on it. It's quite difficult for Izwan, especially with the number of bodies in the box as well. Yeah. It's not far away.
No, it wasn't far away at all. Katusha came lunging in at the far post. Ignatius. Now Tajali. Oh, he's completely got that wrong. Fairuz. They've got to the box quite a few times, Balestier, but then seem a bit unsure of themselves.
Their first touches especially have always been letting them down, to not be able to get a shot on the second touch. That's been the biggest problem, I feel, for Balestier Khalsa.
Oh, he's very annoyed about that. Ignatius Sung, as you say, he's quite a quiet player, so when he reacts like that, it's quite unusual for him, isn't it?
It's really quite unusual, and it's a little bit funny for me as well.
Well, you can kind of understand why he's frustrated from the angle that we have, anyway. Is there a penalty here? Oh, that has been given. Again, no hesitation from Taki and no real arguments from the defending side. In this case, it's Young Lions. So, because there was so much going on, we'll have a better look at this now. Adam, what do you think as he goes in?
Oh, I think it's a clear penalty. Definitely late. He's just arguing that the challenge was made outside, but I think it's inside.
Ooh, Will, this is going to be interesting. You think it's in then?
I think it's inside the box,
okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, Enrico was pleading his case. They'll of course have that checked, and Sugita gets himself up.
Now at this moment we're expecting Izwan to do to pull the same thing as Mustafic.
Let's see. Mandic is now. Is he going to do any mind games like Mustapic did? So it looks like it is going to happen. Oh, he's guessed the right way, but that is low and fast. That's what you want from your penalty taker. Mandic makes no mistake. And he gets the opening goal here.
Well, 2 penalties in the first 35 minutes. We're really treated to a show here tonight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's how you take a penalty, Adam.
I think he's been warming up for it, for all the corner kicks that he's been taking, full of power. Yeah, definitely not lacking the power. Izwan gets the right way, but the power behind it, Izwan couldn't put a hand to it.
Well, they seem to make that decision on whether it was a penalty or not in the first place anyway, quite quickly. So there was no contest, no contention there. And he slots the penalty in. Could be another one here, but this one is quick to the ball. Man, yeah, sorry, go on, Adam.
No, Masahiro Sugita, he's like an unsung hero in Balestier Khalsa. You know, he got the penalty and he's always doing something. He's making runs up front, he's coming down to defend. So he's actually a really important player here.
Absolutely right, totally agree with you. Now, what I was going to say was, if you're a Young Lions fan or even a player, your heart's sinking a bit because you played really well in this first half. You've had your chances, you had a penalty, that wasn't scored, and then you've conceded one. It's got to be a bit of a sinking feeling, right?
Definitely, it's heartbreaking for all the players on the pitch and even the coaches as well, because they've been playing really well as well.
Right. Ignatius, well, I guess the most important thing now, Adam, obviously to get a goal back, but to not concede again before halftime, that's got to be absolutely key for them.
Yeah, they've been defending really well so far, yes, even though Balestier have had their chances, it hasn't been clear-cut. And yeah, Balestier took their chance, they had a penalty, nothing wasted.
Now, what kind of corner are we going to get from Vujanic this time? I think I heard second ball there, right, from Marco. Let's see what we have here. Didn't really get the kind of connection he'd have wanted, Jakov Katusha. Oh no, that ball from this one, I think, comes off the back of Tin Matic's head. Yivki has done well there. Hold off the attention of Bogdan Mandic, who's not been particularly prolific and sometimes just looks like he's struggling with the pace of the game. Bogdan Mandic, who's got 3 goals now this season. That's easy for the keeper.
Nirvki has done everything well to be in between the lines of the midfield and the defense of Balestier, turning and charging into the defense and taking the shot. It's just that the shot didn't come out as much he would have desired to.
They've got to just be careful and not get silly bookings. Joelson has been told by Taki to cool it. 5 minutes to go before half-time, plus a little bit of added on. Tajali. Really lofts that one, and it falls kindly for Jakov Katusha. Fudil. Now Sugita. Elijah Lim. He goes back to Vujanic. Here's Tajali. for Katusha there, possibly. Amir. It's been a little bit quiet in this game, Amir Shafiz. Normally a very lively player. Sugita. Katusha went down. Marco wants a little bit more from his players. Well read there by Vujanic.
Like we mentioned earlier, to actually stop Vinicius, the defense line has to push up whenever they're going up, so that he can't really turn, he can't really have the space to actually run at them, and that's exactly what he's doing there.
Yeah, he's not really featured much, has he, in the last 20-25 minutes?
Definitely Marco has that sorted for his team, and you know it's proven to be a lot more easier to handle Abner Vinicius.
That goal has just changed everything, hasn't it? They're playing so confidently now. Balestier Khalsa. Well, they can't believe it's not a Balestier ball, a throw-in. Not the first time that Ignatius has reacted like that to a decision on that side. Masahiro Sugita. Now Fudil. Oh, he's done well with Nathan Mao right there. He's tracking him. Throw was out to Abner Vinicius. Was there a foul there on Elijah Lim? I think it was. He's looking a little frustrated.
At this point, I think the Balestier defenders, they know what Abner likes to do. He likes to hold the ball a little bit too long, so they just come really close to him, put him pressure, and definitely he's gonna make a mistake.
Tajali gets another chance on the ball. Where Tajali is in right in the middle of the park there. Katusha has done well. Fudil should be easy for Izwan. Andy Rifki. Look at Abner, he's dropped. Weaving his way through players, as you say, just has this tendency to hold on to it a bit too long.
He definitely has the flair for it, Abner Vinicius, but he's always holding the ball too long, far too long, and gets his players runs all unnecessary. You know, they get into offside positions, and then he's still not releasing the ball. So I think that's a big problem for Young Lions as well. Yes, he's a good, talented player individually, but for the team, it's really questionable.
3 minutes, we've been told, of added time here. Still very much in this match, Young Lions, Adam.
I think the game has gone really well for both sides, especially even though they conceded the penalty and they conceded the goal, Young Lions, but they're still playing like how they were playing from the start of the game, and it's really refreshing to see. They're not going there and raising the white flag and saying that, oh, this game's gone.
Out wide to Harith Danish, and that's an important challenge there from Vujanic. He's given it away though. Here's Harith. Goes over Sergio's head and out. Persevered Harith. Better cross, and that could have been interesting.
A brilliant idea by Harif to actually make the decision to actually ding the ball behind. But just a little bit too hard for Sergio Mendonca to get on the end of it.
Away there by Joelson. No, Amir. Launched forward by Joelson and too straight in the end. He's enjoying himself out there clearly, Mario Mustapic.
He's definitely enjoying the limelight he's having, and a bit of showboating from him as well.
I think he's entitled to a bit of that tonight. He's been very good.
Yeah, definitely, he's been the star of the match so far.
It's in the middle of the park. There's Ignatius. Amir is just going to try and press here. Sugita. It's a good run from Sugita. Sucked in a lot of players there. Katusha. One final chance, perhaps, before half-time. A free kick.
A free kick given away in a dangerous position.
In the last few seconds.
And you know, Balestier Khalsa, they have good set-piece takers as well. They can swing the ball into the dangerous area, and they got good height as well in the team.
Yeah, they do. Could be a... Otaki's not going to play that free kick, and interestingly, no one's really having a go at him. But a very eventful first half here at Bishan Stadium. That man in focus because he made some key saves, the biggest one of which was a penalty from Sergio. Iswan Mabud also had to face a penalty. He guessed the right way, but in that instance, it was Bogdan Mandic who scored. We've had a few chances to talk about. We'll go through them in the break. For now, though, here at Bishan Stadium, it's Balestier Khalsa 1, Young Lions 0. It's halftime here at Bishan Stadium. This Singapore Premier League match has seen Balestier Khalsa take a 1-0 lead at halftime against Young Lions. Let's have a look at what has happened in that first half as we go through some of these chances. Abner Vinicius was very lively early on, wasn't he, Adam?
Yeah, definitely. You know, he put it to the defenders of Balestier that he has the pace, he can beat them at any time when they go on a foot race. And they're really lucky that Mario Mustafic is on his A game today.
Yeah, he did enough here just to put him off, and he would feature very heavily. They had another chance just a couple of minutes later. At this point, the Balestier defense was a little shaky.
Yeah, definitely. I think they tried to play from the back, and one small mistake might have been costly for them, but they're lucky that Sergio Mendonca couldn't get the first touch out of his feet to get a good shot.
At this point, it was pretty much all Young Lions. And from this position, look at Vinicius. And that pace was causing problems.
Yeah, definitely. I think this was the last chance Vinicius got to actually run at the defense, and it's really good.
And again, it was great keeping. To be fair, the ball kind of bobbled, it looked, at the worst possible moment for Abner Vinicius. You'll probably see it in a second as he gets past Darren Tay there. And it just ran away from him a little bit, but still. And then we had this penalty opportunity. And he miscalculated, didn't he, Tajali?
Yeah, definitely. He mistimed his jump, and then he had no time to think about what he should do next. And the next moment, he knew it was already been called for a penalty.
Yeah, he just yanked back Sergio Mendonca there in the area, and there was no doubt and no argument from Tajali, but Sergio steps up. What we should tell you about before that was the keeper was quite clever, wasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. He was trying to play mind games with Sergio Mendonca, and it came out to fruition. You know, he actually managed to predict where he got the ball, and yeah, clean penalty save, I'd say.
It was a great one. He said a few words. He moved along the goal line, and then we had a penalty up the other side where Enrico took down Masahiro Sugita. There was a thought perhaps that might be just outside the area, but the penalty was given.
No doubt, I think this was a foul, and in my opinion, it looked clear penalty. But I guess Enrico, he had to argue, he had to try to say that it's a free kick. But I think Taki had his mind set on the penalty as well, and VAR agrees with it.
So up steps Bogdan Mandic, and he makes no mistake. That's a good penalty.
Yeah, definitely. You could see the confidence in him when he was running up to the ball as well. He knew it's definitely going to go in, regardless of where Izwan dives.
Well, there were a few other kind of half chances, but they didn't really shoot as much as perhaps they should have. And we just look at the stats here, and that's kind of been borne out by what we're seeing. There weren't really that many attempts by Balestier Khalsa,
Yeah, definitely.
despite being in good positions.
Yeah, they've always managed to build up to the front, right in front of the goal, but their last touches have always brought them down. They can't take a shot out of that touch, and it's been really quite unlucky for them as well in that sense, but they're lucky in the sense that they are now leading with that penalty.
So the one goal separates the two sides at the moment. There has been some encouragement here for Young Lions. These are the fixtures for the rest of match week 10 with BG Tampines Rovers against Albrechts Nagata tomorrow, and on Sunday we have two matches for you. LCS versus Tanjung Pagar United and Geylang International against Hougang. So let's see if Young Lions can continue their good play and drag themselves back into the match. Second half is coming up shortly. So we've got the second half coming up very shortly here. Balestier Khalsa leading against Young Lions by a goal to nil. I'm here with former Singapore international, Adam Swandi. Adam, what do you want to see more out of both sides? Let's start with Balestier Khalsa first.
I think for Balestier Khalsa, definitely they've been happy with the result so far. 1-0 into the halftime, and they've been creating chances, but they haven't been taking shots. You know, you can see they only got 3 shots in the first half compared to 6 for the Young Lions. I think definitely if they can get more shots, they will have bigger chances, and they'll be having a bigger advantage over Young Lions.
So a bit more courage to take the shots, a bit more courage of their convictions. Okay, and what about here as we're seeing Young Lions? What do you want to see more from them?
Well, I think they've done to the best of their ability. To be honest, they've defended really well. They go on the break really well. They go, especially with Abner Vinicius, who's always really a willing runner as well with the ball, especially. So they just need to tidy up some things in the back to stop making mistakes. And I think up front they just have to be more clinical, because the chances were there, but it hasn't troubled the man of the match so far, Mario Mustafic.
Absolutely right. Well, still 45 minutes to go. They're still well in this match. I'm sure Marco will have said to them, there was a bit of a let-off. We had a penalty against us, we saved it, but it could be a different scoreline at the moment, so they'll just have to be wary. They are 45 minutes away from their first win in 5, their first of the year, Balestier Khalsa. That'll be absolutely massive. They've conceded 15 goals in those 4 defeats this year. Of course, tough opponents like Lion City Sailors and BG Tampines Rovers. Tin Matic is their top scorer, but he is yet to find the back of the net this year. So they'll be hoping that can happen in the second half to kickstart 2026 for him. There's Sergio, away by Elijah.
It's interesting to see what Young Lions has in their pocket, especially for those speaking to the players at halftime, what they need to do, what they need to change, and what they need to keep on doing.
Yeah, they were beaten pretty convincingly by BG Tampines Rovers last week. Mr. Khalsa. So this is a perfect way to try and bounce back if they can. Elijah, kind of a miss kick there.
I have to say, Balestier Khalsa, they seem to have really missed Madhu Mohana's presence in the back. You know,
Yeah,
you could see
that's a good point.
a bit of instability at the back in the defense line. But yeah, so far they haven't conceded any, so it's still a positive way for them.
Yep, he'll return, or he'll be available at least for the next match. Madhu. Don't forget, it was not that long ago, end of January, that Young Lions got their first point of this campaign, a draw with Tanjung Pagar 1-1. So they'll feel at least that maybe they might be just turning a corner. They lost 2-0 to Hougang and then 2-0 to Lion City Sailors. That's gone out of play. So maybe there's just been a little uptick in performance for Young Lions. Ignatius, back to Tajali. Can he get the cross in? That should be an easy finish! No, it's just gone out of play. I wondered whether the whistle would go earlier, but...
I think all the players, especially the Young Lions player, everyone expected that to be called outside, but play still went on. I think even the Balestier players were 50-50 whether
Yeah.
it was still on. But you have to finish the play. You have to be professional.
Yep, absolutely right. Let's have a look here. This will give you a better idea of it. Nice build-up. Oh, so they're saying it's offside, are they? Rather than it went out of play?
I think it was out of play. It was
Out of play, didn't it?
Yep.
Well, either way, not given. A little warning shot there for Young Lions. Here's Matic. Out to Ignatius, looking to go down the byline, and it's Ruth Harris who puts it out for another corner. They're racking these up. Balestier Khalsa. And they've been interesting corners to say the least. Let's see what happens with this one. They've tended to go for the near post, and he's really trying to whip them in. Vujanic. Again, it's that near post tactic. They get another corner out of it. That was Elijah, I think, who tried a shot. This one's very different from the rest, and Matic won't get to it. Well, the second half has not started particularly well for Young Lions. They don't think they've even got out of their half yet. They've kind of been penned in here, haven't they? There's Vujanic.
Yeah, and they've been forcing their build-up from the goal kick a bit too much sometimes. I feel it's, yes, of course, it's good to keep the ball, to try to play the ball up from the back. But at times like this, where one mistake can be really costly like that, and the opponent can recuperate the ball in their attacking third, and it's going to be a straight attacking chance for them.
Well, they're on possession now, and finally into the Balestier half. Here's Amir Shafiz, who is uncharacteristically quiet for much of that first 45. That's a really decent ball. Here's Sergio. Top of the area. Someone gonna take a shot, perhaps. Ruth Harith. Now Amir. Can't play the same ball again. Here's Katusha. Sugita. Now Ignatius Song. Decent save from Iswan, and it'll be a corner.
A great attacking play by Balestier. It's like them being Young Lions in the first half, going on the break and taking their opportunities. And it's great to finally see Balestier having a good shot on target.
I was about to say, finally we're seeing a shot. One that's testing.
Definitely had to put Iswan to work there.
He did, you're right.
And another corner for them. 8 corners you can see there.
Well, Tajali is taking this one. I think that's the first one he has taken. They're clearly looking to kind of whip them in swingers. That's seems apparent today. Wasn't a bad one, was it? That comes off Tin Matic, I think.
I think that was a much better corner than the previous one. Went into the near post and got the ball went on his own player, but it's quite difficult to redirect the ball into the goal from that position as well.
There's Sergio. Now Amir. Wants to go back to Andy Rifki. Now Lutharith. Amir. Now Fairuz. Ball over the top. It's quite a decent one. Oh. Save is... He made a save there, didn't he?
I think so. I think it was a good shot by Harith as well. You know, he saw it in position as well.
Amir lays the ball off. Lively. He looked a bit uncomfortable, I have to say, Mustapic, and that's why he's not really getting up here. That was the ball over to Lutharith. It was an awkward one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really good save. You know, the ball went low and hard, and it was definitely on target as well.
I think it's his left leg that caused the problem as he went down. So this is not looking good.
But I'm sure Marco wants Mustafic to stay on as much as possible. He's been the main man, and he still is the main man.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember when there was kind of that one-on-one situation where he saved off Abner Vinicius in the first half. He also had treatment on his shin. Was that his right shin or left shin in the first half? And I just wonder if it's a recurrence of that problem, because he was having ice put on it as well.
I can't recall, and at this point, I can't really see whether he has some shin pads on as well.
That's actually a good point. There's Gavin Lee and Badri Gent watching on, national team coach, and the man running things at the Football Association of Singapore. Now have a look here, Adam, as he took the... did he kind of land on his leg?
Yeah, I think
his left leg?
Maybe his left foot got stuck into the pitch. Yeah, I think
that
something to do with his ankle.
Yeah, that didn't look good. Seems to be okay. I'm still looking for these shin pads.
You just need the magic spray from the physios.
And that's all good again. You're right. It's that playmaker style that he's got going. Jack Grealish type. But I don't see any shin pads, you're right.
Probably some cardboard inside.
Yeah. The small, tiny ones that you just slip in. Well, he's got Taki there.
Yeah, I'm quite shocked that Taki is not saying anything to him.
Unless he's seeing something that we don't. So look, he seems to be okay.
Well, he needs to be okay.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because he's been so key today. Martin Mann and Hafiz Ahmad are the two that we talked about. But we'll just keep an eye on that, because it could be a problem. He's not going to take the goal kicks, for now anyway. He's still kind of pacing around carefully. It's actually a pretty good goal kick from Vujanic. Oh, it's a decent ball. He's got to... That's probably the last thing he wants to do. But if you're seeing a keeper like that now, you're thinking, if you're Young Lions, we should be taking shots at this guy as much as possible, test him out.
Yeah, definitely. I think especially you try to get some low shots in him, because, you know, he'll take time to react with low shots. You know, higher shots, it's going to be easy for him. And then low shots, it's going to be a bit of a problem for him, having this ankle injury. And tough decision for Marco as well at this point, to take him out or to leave him on.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. What will he do? I guess you'll keep an eye and see how he's going to be in the next few minutes. Here's Ignatius Ang. He'll probably want another goal as well. Here's Tajali. Easy one for Iswan. This is good work from the Young Lions. Nathan Mao. Sergio wanted the ball. Abner Vinicius, oh, that's... You'd expect better from him.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't expect a shot to come from there because he had a couple of options in Ame and also in Sergio Mendonca, but I guess he's a forward, so he's going to take whatever chances he has. And at some point, it's going to be good on him, because if you get a sweet strike and it goes inside, no one's going to say, why do you take a shot?
57% of the possession with Balestier at the moment. Ignatius. Katusha. Now Tajali. That's a teasing ball in. Andy Rifki is going to try and play it out. Here's Vinicius. Nathan Mao. Amir Shafi's for Young Lions as they come forward again. Very neat play, but it's given away quite cheaply by Amir. They have regained possession though. On the hour mark, still 1-0 to Balestier Khalsa. Ball slipped through. Sergio, that's really good keeping, brave keeping. And again, he might have just hurt himself. Mustapic.
At this point, it seems like he's going to war.
I was just going to say, he's been through the wars here, my goodness. Abner's not really having it. Trying to get him back on his feet. Good work from the keeper though, right, Adam?
Yeah, I think it's not all keepers will come out that far, to actually help their defense, and the defense will definitely have to thank him a lot after this game, especially if they come out on tops.
He timed it pretty perfectly because he was a second late. That's a penalty.
And
now, is this a problem? It's that same leg again, isn't it? Well, something's got the fans a little bit excited. They were kind of clapping. I wonder what is going on. Big discussion going on, and Hafiz is stripping off here to get ready, perhaps. Well, I couldn't see whether it was a thumbs up or thumbs down. I think it's a thumbs up. He got this spot on there, really good keeping. And we are being told that he's going to come off. This was absolutely key for him.
Really a shame for him to leave the game at this point, because he's been the main player of the whole game. Not even for his team, but for
on both sides.
Yeah, on both sides, yeah. He's been the best player so far, and he's been pulling out all saves from wherever that he can.
Well, we were given the indication that he was fine, that he was going to get taken off, and that Hafiz was going to come on, but it looks like that he's going to carry on for now, but it may not last for too much longer. We shall see. If you're if you're Marco, you're going to try and get as many seconds out of him now as you can, right?
Definitely. They're leading as well, so the game can't go on with the goalkeeper being out as well. So it's like a win-win situation.
Well, that's a good ball out. Here's Ignatius Sung. At the far post. Oh, that's a great goal. Ignatius Sung lays it on for Jakub Katusha with his first start of 2026. And he has rewarded that selection today with the goal. And it's come at a perfect time given what's happened at the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, it's a perfect timing to get the second goal, especially to give Mario Mustafic and also Marco to actually get a bit of composure and to get a time to think.
Absolutely right. Great work here. On the volley as well. Good goal.
Yeah, brilliant ball from the back to Ignatius, and the ball cut back into him was perfect. And took a bit of technique as well from Katusha to actually keep the ball down. And it was executed perfectly.
Goal, yeah.
Izon had no chance because he was going on the other side, and Katusha actually just put it across.
He's been a very impressive performer when he's played, Katusha, but that, would you believe, is his first goal of the campaign.
It's a wild effort, yeah, but I think it was worth the effort, because if it was a little bit softer, I think it would have gone in. Now we'll see what Young Lions has in their back pockets.
Yeah, absolutely right. And that's going to be a blow because they were actually having quite a good little period, weren't they?
I think Young
stoppage
Lions,
didn't help them.
they actually have been quite good, especially in the second half, to actually get more chances. And
It's Enrico. Now Sergio. Oh, he's put far too much on that.
well, it seems to be okay.
Yeah, how bad can he be, really? No, but he has been really in amongst all those challenges. And now they're sensing blood, perhaps. Khalsa trying to push for a third. Sugita far too much on that ball.
And the pitch looks a bit too bumpy as well for the players.
Yeah, it does look like it's had a bit of wear and tear.
I don't expect a player like Sugita to actually make those kind of mistakes.
Fudil, he's given it away. No, Amir. This is Vinicius. And another one of these surging runs, skips past a couple. And a shot is straight at the keeper. How has he made that save? It was offside anyway, but he's asked to go off. I'm done. Wow. He wasn't to know that was offside, Adam. What a save.
Oh, I honestly expected the rebound to go in from Sergio Mendonca.
Well, he's clutching the ankle, but what a save here. Yeah, you can see why it was offside. That's the absolutely right call, but look at that for reactions.
Oh, definitely he made a really bad save at the start, but he actually made up for it brilliantly. And I think Sergio Mendonca will be thankful that he was offside.
Yeah, he would be saved the blushes there. But that is it for him, and the change that we talked about, what, maybe 5 minutes ago, is going to happen now. I mean, that is a man of the match performance from him today. It really has been brilliant. Now, Hafiz Ahmad is going to come on. He's certainly one that keeps you on your toes, and he keeps everyone guessing as to what he does. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, Adam. Sometimes that decision-making it confuses everyone.
But he's a goalkeeper that's actually quite good on his feet as well. He can do something special as well, but sometimes he takes it a bit too much on himself. Can he replace Mario Mustapic for tonight? It's going to be the question.
That's a good point. Nathan Mao also goes off. Henry Spence replaces him. So about 22 odd minutes to go. He's played just the last minute of the game against Tanjung Pagar. Hafiz, that's the only action he's seen this season. It was in October. Just give a bit of encouragement for young Lions to see that the main man is out now. Here's Abner Vinicius. He slipped it through. First test here for the Hafiz Ahmad, and I tell you what, young Lions are right back in this. Sergio makes no mistake. This is going to be a shaky time now, jittery time for Balestier Khalsa. But it's a nice finish. It's a good ball through from Vinicius, isn't it?
Yeah, great ball through from Vinicius into the path of Sergio Mendonca, and it wasn't easy for Mendonca as well. The ball bobbled at the last minute.
Oh, big bobble.
Or maybe it helped him a little to flick the ball
nicely, yeah.
Yeah, but unlucky for Hafiz Ahmad to actually be caught into action at this kind of moment as well.
I don't think there's any blame that can be put on Hafiz Ahmad in that situation, but it's obviously you feel it, don't you? That it's been a clean sheet till the first thing you come on, the first time you're asked to come into action, and yeah, you have to pick the ball out of the back of your net. Not his fault. Fourth goal of the season for Sergio. Let's game on.
Yeah, at this point you wonder if it was Mario Mustapic in goal, would he have dived and did something to keep the ball out of the net?
Yeah, just the way he was playing, you can't discount that. They're going to feel very much encouraged by this. 20 minutes to go, so we're going to have a good finish to this, hopefully.
Keep the ball, guys. Move the ball.
Pumped forward. Here's Tajali. Looking for Katusha. There's a spring in their step at the moment, young Lions. Here's Abner Vinicius. Looking to cut inside there. He's going to go for it.
You can't fault him for trying in that range because it's a new goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And he just considered the goal, so his confidence will be at an all-time low as well. And sometimes, you know, the ball bobbles in a mysterious way as well to help you.
Yeah, it has done a few times, hasn't it, tonight? Well, it will be nervy, you feel. Hafiz. They don't want to be mucking around with the ball too much, and they've lost it here. Amir. And there's Elijah to intercept. Tajali clears. Here's Elijah. Oh, wide towards Katusha. That's a good ball. But it's just having a heavy touch. It's a bit lucky here for Katusha. Still going. Could he have laid it off? Oh, he's got in! Well, I didn't think it was on. He's taken his chance, and it is Balestier's third goal, and that will be a massive relief for them and their fans. I thought the moment had gone.
Yeah, definitely. I thought the moment that he didn't play the ball to Ignatius out on the right side of the pitch,
So much
the moment
space
was
there.
gone.
Well,
This is a really crucial goal, I think, for the game as well. It definitely ruined all the hopes of the Young Lions players to actually come back into the game.
do you think Iswan will be disappointed with that for himself?
Yeah, definitely. I think he would have felt like he could have kept that out. But I think no one really expected him to take a shot from that spot as well.
Well, having not scored in his previous 6 matches, he's now got 2. Just having that checked. But I can't see why that would get ruled out. We shall see shortly.
Before that, apparently, there could have been a foul.
So it will stand, and that is going to be a massive relief for Balestier Khalsa. Tusha with the second of the season. And again, it's come when Young Lions were seeming to press and push and pressure their opponents.
It's definitely a mountain to climb for Young Lions right now. But they still do have time. They have 15 minutes plus added time.
Yeah, I agree. There's more than enough time for them to just crank up the pressure on their opponents now, but Balestier Khalsa will be delighted to have a 2-goal cushion. Here's Hafiz. They just looked a bit nervy, if you remember, just before that, Adam, and they were getting pressed, weren't they, at the back? Young Lions were looking quite buoyant. They just got a goal back, trying to put the pressure on Balestier Khalsa. Well, another goal from Young Lions would make things interesting. Here's Pudil. Remember, they only have 2 senior outfield players today. Balestier Khalsa, Daniel Go and Ifat Shaban. Might just hold off for making a change. If already Hafiz has come on. Here's Sergio. Vinicius will get a corner. Taken very quickly. That seemed to just switch off there. Wonder whether Balestier will just try to slow things down a bit now.
Yeah, the rate that Young Lions is going, I think Balestier definitely need to use their experience against them and actually slow down the game to actually take this thing out of Young Lions.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a couple of changes made by Firdaus Qasim of Young Lions. Will be made, I'm sure, at the next break. Spence hasn't really been able to get to the game since his introduction. Elijah.
Shout out to Elijah. He's been a
Yeah.
solid showing in the middle of the park. He's been there intercepting the attacking passer for Young Lions, and he's been the connecting guy for the defense and the midfield for Balestier Khalsa.
He's definitely showing the benefit of having extended game time, right? With Balestier Khalsa, Marco's kind of trusted him in that midfield area.
Yeah, definitely, and he's always all isolated in the middle as the only number 6, and he's always been getting the ball out of pressured situations, and it's been turning out really well for him, especially.
Marco looked a little incredulous at that. Touch on from Sergio. There's the man you were talking about. Elijah doing well. Now Sugita. Oh, lovely ball. Just a bit too much on that, wasn't it, from Ignatius? It just ran away from Mandic. Seeing changes from both sides now. Daniel Go is going to come on shortly. Fairuz, could be his last contribution here, Fairuz. Oh, it's a decent ball, maybe a bit too much on there for Sergio. Abner Vinicius goes down, but he quickly recovers. Still Vinicius. So, quite the punch away by Hafiz. He's a good shot stopper.
Yeah, definitely, but that one was definitely for the camera.
Did seem like that, didn't it?
Yeah, but you could see Abner Vinicius, every time he gets on the ball, he's looking for a shot.
Yeah.
It's always the first thing in mind for him to take a shot. So I think especially for Hafiz, he needs to prepare for a shot every single time Abner gets on the ball.
Andrew Au is coming on for Fairuz. And Nicolas Beniger
has been replaced by number 8, Andrew Au.
Is on for Amir Shafiz.
Young Lions number 10, Amir Shafi, has been replaced by...
This is that shot from Vinicius and punch away by Hafiz. Oh, is that cleared off the line? And again, they are threatening here, Young Lions. And there's a hand up there from Hafiz.
Oh, great clearance by Tajali there to be behind Hafiz and to actually spot that.
I think Ignatius has had a very good game today, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Number 30, Daniel Go.
Daniel Go can get people very excited. He's on the ball. Pretty big shoes to fill today. Ignatius Song's been lively. He's got a great assist.
Ignatius has always been under the radar, but he's always honestly making a lot of difference for Balestier Khalsa, especially in the attacking zones.
Daniel Go. I think you heard Marco telling him. So Spence trying to put a bit of pressure on. Katusha. Just a bit too much on there. Need to get the ball up the other side. Here's Andy Rifki. Play on, says Taki. Good ball out to Sergio Mendonça. Abner Vinicius slips it through. Ducky's pulled play back.
For handball, I think, on Harith.
There's Elijah. Now Sugita. Here's Matic. Vujanic under a bit of pressure here from Benninger.
You definitely don't want your centre backs to take that kind of risk at the back, especially when he's the only man behind there. He's lucky to get away with that as well.
He's done well here. Katusha. Well, the shot was on for Matic.
Great work by Katusha. He's been really threatening this second half on the left wing. He's been creating chances, and he's been pulling all the strings for the team. Matic will be disappointed with himself. It was a good chance for him. The ball was rolling at the perfect speed. It's just for him to pick a spot.
Here's Tajli with yet another corner for Balestier Khalsa. Force of Vujanic. Well, it's taking a deflection. It will be another corner. Tajli's corners have been more dangerous, haven't they? I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think Tajli's corner is really good because it's in the danger zone. But for Izwan, it's really tough because the number of bodies in front of him, it's not easy to actually power through them and just try to get the whole of the ball.
Now Vinicius, we know his surging runs, what he can do. Will there be a professional foul? You said that might be something that has to be done. Abner Vinicius, has he done something with Katusha here, who's gone down clutching his face? Abner looks quite annoyed with this. Who is going to get carded there? I think it's going to be Katusha's going to get a card. Elijah Lim, I think it was, who made the professional foul. Was it on Abner?
Yeah, I think so. And it's just like what we mentioned earlier. Somebody has to do it. And when Abner is on the run, especially on the counter, it's really quite dangerous.
Yeah, so he hacks him here. Then there's a push from Katusha. Now let's have a look. Oh, contact on the head. Now, this is very, very similar to what happened with Hassan Sani the other day. Doesn't look like anyone got anything. Not even a yellow this time. The other day it was 2 yellow cards dished out. Anyway, action continues. Here's Daniel Go. Oh, he's done well here. Sugita. Spence, oh, he's given too much of a touch. Back to Daniel Go. And it's going to be a corner. I don't know why Jolson's getting so upset with Daniel Go. Spence a little careless here.
There was nothing for Jolson to be all worked up for.
I think it's a frustration of the game, maybe.
Probably Daniel shouted because his finger got hurt a little there again.
Yeah. th corner. Balestier Khalsa, a new taker as well. This one does enough. It's going to be a fair bit of out of time. There's Sergio. Abner. Now, Danis Harish rather. Harith Danish. Joelson. Abner Vinicius. Goes out wide to Spence. We've got a few bodies in there. Young Lions has done well. Yes, Spence. Oh, he pulled it back. No one was there. Down to go. Did enough.
Oh, great run by Harry Spence to actually attack Fudil down there and actually pulled back into the most dangerous area there. And unfortunately, no Young Lions player was there.
Beninger. Abner Vinicius is down, by the way.
There was a big chance gone begging for Young Lions, honestly. Great work by Harry Spence to actually take on his man and actually create something out of it rather than just passing the ball around and hoping for an opening from far.
It's going to be some cramps, I think, here for Abner Vinicius as we enter the 90th minute. And he's actually going to go off. 7 minutes of added time. Abner Vinicius is going to go off. Always a lively performer, Abner Vinicius. Had some chances today.
Definitely, he created a lot of danger for Balestier Khalsa, running at players, especially in the early minutes, giving them the scare.
Kalen Chong will have a little cameo here, the 20-year-old. That's the first contribution from Kalen. Now Daniel Go. Is he going to manage things? He's going to go into the corner. Not going to happen. Showing a bit too much of the ball, but there will be a free kick here. Change shortly. There's Hafiz. Wonder whether he'll be getting a run of games now. We'll see how bad that injury is for Mare Mustapic. Fudil is going to go off shortly. Spence, again done well, gets past Fudil. Showed a bit too much of the ball. Oh, that's a great chance for Sergio. He miskicked that, it would look like. Very nicely done here by Tajali. Oh, they're playing the tricks and the flicks. That's clearly offside, isn't it? On Daniel Go. He'll continue. I think there's some irritation there for the Young Lions players as to why that wasn't pulled back, but that was very clearly offside. Mario is saying, or Marco saying, get back. He just had to hold his line, didn't he?
Yeah, he was way ahead of everyone anyway.
Did well, still has to do it.
Oh, but the chance for Sergio Mendonca on the other side.
What a chance. It was a great opportunity to make it 3-1 with 3 or 4 minutes to go. Fudil feeling that he has to put that out of play.
There was a big chance for Sergio Mendonca.
It was, absolutely.
I can't get over it.
Oh, what, he looked like he completely miskicked it. Now they're getting caught out here. Sugita, unselfish. Here's Elijah. Oh, he's going to fall over himself, is he? Oh, he almost gets it to Daniel Go. Well, they were going to take off Fudil a short while ago. That hasn't happened. Not yet, anyway. Told that Balestier want to make changes. And maybe that's going to happen now. Ifat Shaban is going to come on as well for Bogdan Mandic. He scored his first ever goal recently.
Number 32, Shafi.
Bogdan Mandic, of course, getting that penalty. And Shafi Nur Hilman is on for Fudil.
Number 74, Ifat Shafa.
There's Lutarif. Popped forward by Enrico. Ifat. We're into the last few seconds here. And that should be it. That's the 7 minutes done. Maybe a little bit more time after this. Well, as we wrap up here, Adam Swandi, your thoughts on especially young Lions in the second half. They've worked really hard, haven't they?
Yeah, honestly, they actually came out from the dressing room with guns blazing. They were just unlucky with the goals conceded as well. But up until the 97th minute, they've been actually trying to push, even though they've gone 3-1 down. But they actually have been not out of the game at all.
Yeah, they've been very competitive, you're right. But just the one goal to show for it. That was that great chance just a couple minutes ago from Sergio. Chance for perhaps another, well, consolation goal, I should say. This surely will be the last opportunity. Sergio saying that should be a corner. Well, it doesn't really matter. Balestier have got their first win of 2026 after 4 straight defeats. They came into it as favourites, but they were rocked a little bit by how well Young Lions played. They had a penalty that had to be saved, but after that, they turned it around quite nicely. Young Lions showed a lot of endeavour. They worked really hard, but it could have been a different story had they scored that penalty through Sergio. They had their chances, but you have to take them at this level, and Marko Kraljevic will be delighted that they've got the 3 points. Your final thoughts on this one, Adam?
We came into the game 3 points up for grabs for both teams, and Balestier Khalsa definitely the hungry of both sides, and you could see how they came into the game, how determined they were to get the 3 points. But let's not discount the effort from Young Lions as well. They actually performed way better than most people would have expected.
Absolutely right. It ends here at Bishan Stadium with Balestier Khalsa winning this one by 3-1 against Young Lions. We look back at that first real opportunity to get on the score sheet, and that was after a few other efforts from Young Lions. The pressure was on, and Tajali making a poor judgment there.
Definitely poor judgment from Tajali. He didn't even contest it, but the limelight is definitely on Mario Mustapic there.
Make the save at a nice height. Still got to make it though. That would be one of many saves today, or many interventions from him that kept his team in the hunt. And then, of course, we had a penalty at the other end. And that was Enrico fouling Sugita.
And another clear-cut penalty as well. Easy decision for Taki, who's really experienced in this scene as well. And yeah, I think the way that Mandic stood up for that penalty, we had no doubt that he was going to put it at the back of the net.
Yeah, really well taken by Mario Mandic. No, Bogdan Mandic, excuse me. Even though Iswan guessed the right way. Then into this chance here. Great second half, I should say. And lovely finish, wasn't it, from Jakov Katusha?
Yeah, the run from Ignatius was really good as well, really timely, and the ball into the dangerous area from that kind of position was just inviting Katusha to actually just put his leg through the ball and put it on target, and it's going to be a sure goal.
Yeah, great work there from Ignatius, as you said, put it into that area, and a fantastic finish for his opening goal of the season in his first start in 2026 as well. They had their chances, Young Lions, and they finally put one away. Sergio here. It's a great ball through as well from Abner Vinicius.
Yeah, I think credit definitely goes to the assist, Abner Vinicius. It was perfectly timed, perfectly weighted. It wasn't easy to penetrate into defensive lines like that, and the finish was actually quite good as well. The ball bobbled at the last minute too.
Yeah. He missed the penalty earlier. He'd been relieved that he at least put this one away. The bobble coming just before he took the shot. But to their credit, Balestier Khalsa were looking and looking all the time to try and get another one, and he worked hard here. We didn't think he would take the shot, but he did. Katusa with the second goal.
Yeah, it was really tough to get a shot out of your feet, especially when the ball is stuck in between them and you have a lot of players around you pressurizing you. And we actually thought the chance had gone begging when he didn't play to Ignatius on the right flank, but everyone was caught by surprise. But I think the man who was caught by surprise the most was Iswan.
Yeah, he was, wasn't it? He might not be too pleased with that one. Katusha with 2 goals now in this game. Having not scored in the previous 6 that he played in. These are the final stats, and I mean, Young Lions still creating far more than their opponents.
I think the number of attempts show that actually Young Lions have been pushing for it, and probably half of the attempts came from Abner Vinicius, who's been taking shots from far as well and trying to test the goalkeepers.
But this has got to be encouraging. This must be probably one of their highest attempts in any of the matches so far.
I think probably this is the best performance, I think, because they haven't let out any gas and they've been pushing the whole game.
Unfortunately, they haven't got anything to show for it as we look at the standings here. And Balestier Khalsa have leapfrogged Hougang United into 5th place. Of course, Hougang still have a match in hand, but they'll be delighted to have got their 3rd win and their 1st of 2026. Young Lions rooted to the bottom. Let's remind you of the other matches coming up tomorrow. We have BG Tampines Rovers against Albrechts Niigata. That is at our Tampines hub. And on Sunday, it's a double header for you with Lion City Sailors against Tanjong Pagar United. That is at Jalan Besar Stadium. And at the same time, at our Tampines hub again, Geylang International will be hosting Hougang United. So a very entertaining game that ends in victory, finally, for Balestier Khalsa this year. Their 1st of 2026. They've beaten Young Lions by 3 goals to 1. From me, Shazad Haq, Adam Swandi and the rest of our team, thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow evening.